So I wonder just if we could start big picture. What do you think of the philosophy? What do you think about what the Mets have done?
Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm a fan. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed. We're going to be covering games, and obviously this season is over as far as contention. We knew that already once they traded Robertson, and then next season is they're going to try to be competitive, but they don't look like a World Series contender next year. And then we got a question about 2025. Also, we may be working on year 6. Remember, Steve Cohn said he'd be disappointed if he didn't win the World Series in 3 to 5 years. I think it'll be a shock if they win the World Series before year 6 at this point. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I feel like a fan, but I'm disappointed. I can't say they were bad trades the last couple of days that the Mets made that didn't make any sense to do this. But it feels disappointing to me.
John, I think that this owner has to make us think about baseball, team building, pretty much everything in a way we've never thought about it before because of what he's willing to foot the bill for. So I think he came into a not great situation what the Wilpons left here. Not much of a farm system. And he wanted to see, he took a shot at seeing if he could buy a championship while he worked on some of the other stuff. And they made a real run at it last year. They were really good. They won 101 games, then they got bounced from the playoffs. They added Verlander to replace DeGrom. And it just, John, you and I are in the clubhouse all the time. It just didn't feel right. Is that the dynamic that Scherzer and Verlander, they might not be throwing punches at each other, but it's like a bit of a Cold War in there, the Lindor McNeil Carr thing. Who knows what's going on there? It just didn't, it didn't feel the same this year. They didn't play the same. They didn't perform the same. They played ugly, especially for a Buck Showalter team that we always think of as going to be technically sound. And I think that this owner doesn't do half measures. He went all in to try to win. And now he's, again, forget the money. I see like a lot of stuff where people are like, this is all you get for the money. It's his money. Like what's art? Art is what you say the value is. He's a big art collector. And if you told him 2 years ago, hey, would you spend $200 million to add 8 really good prospects to your organization? He'd go, yeah, well, they did something like that, right? Like it has names attached to it, like Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander. So it feels ugly, but I think they took a shot.
Yeah.
The shot didn't work. And now they're trying to do something else to see if they could be good for the long term. And the judgment on Billy Epler and Steve Cohen is, did they pick the right guys here? Like, are these good prospects who are going to be part of a bright Met future?